Welcome to Building a Boat by the River, where myself, Obi, Ifka and Duck are building a 41-foot wooden sailing boat in southern Tasmania. In this episode we finish and place the bowsprit in its final home, paint and fair the hull, finish off some patterns to be sent to the bronze casting, and finally fit the diesel tanks.
Critique and voting woods.
You might have to explain what's going on here first.
Oh.
So what's your plan here?
Today's the day that we're going to oil the bowsprit because we've shaped it and sanded it for hours and hours, and the tip and the backside are done with a timber preserver because that's going to be painted. So today we're just going to put lots and lots of oil on the timber. So we're using Deks Olje. So here we go.
It's going to be beautiful.
It's going to be beautiful.
First bit of oil.
It's thirsty.
The bowsprit keeps moving. I reckon it's going to make people seasick. Built with scaff. We need to. Can we? No, we can't. Let's just we can make, I'll make a tile and then do something. Okay, that's it. I can probably put the scaff under there. Once we got the bowsprit in place and secured down, we went to slide the bowsprit fitting on. This is going to be a bronze casting one day once we've completed it, but still running through the trial and error of dry fitting and making it fit correctly. Okay, so what I'm doing currently is working on the patterns for our chain plates, which will be bronze, our rudder fitting, bob stay fitting and bowsprit whisker stay fittings. They're a lot of work actually, making patterns to be cast in bronze. An example of a chain plate fitting is this. They're a little bit complicated, there's a lot of curves and angles to go around the channels here, and then accept the rigging screws. The trick with making patterns for the caster is to make it smooth, really smooth and perfect, so no imperfections. This is definitely not my forte, doing the minute sanding and making things look good, but I'm getting there. Ideally I'll get sort of all these chain plates and various items done, and then we'll take them up to the caster soon. I'm hoping we'll be able to bring you guys up there and you can have a look at the casting at the foundry where they cast bronze, because that could be very interesting I think, and the guys are lovely up there. So I'll get all these castings sanded and prepped, and then hopefully we'll head up there in the next day or two and get them cast. So we've got some thimbles we're going to cast up for our bottle screws, custom size thimbles. The backstay fitting, so this goes on the backstay and the transom actually goes in here and a bolt through there. It's a bit of a tricky place because we've got the carving on the back, so hopefully this will work enough. Got our crayons on obviously. This is for the bowsprit guy, for the bowsprit shrouds. So they go off the side of the boat. Backstay. This is the bob stay fitting. So that goes on the bottom, takes the really big chain plate we've got. Then we've got the...
Takes the really big bottle screw we've got.
Really big bottle screw. Yep, massive bottle screw goes off this one. So bob stay fitting, massive bottle screw. Tiller, head casting. We're wondering if we're going to engrave something in the side of that at some point. And then we have 3 chain plate castings, which have also been a lot of work because they had to follow the shape of the hull. As you may know, casting items in bronze can be rather expensive. We recently set up a PayPal fundraiser so that if these castings and patterns take your fancy and you feel like supporting us and the casting process, then please check it out. We also have a Patreon page where you can sign up for free or make monthly donations towards building Tarkine and our video production. We're hoping to get to the foundry to actually film the casting process, so stay tuned for a future episode where we hope to show you around the foundry.
We haven't really filmed much of the prep, but we've fiberglassed obviously and then sanded everything, did a big fill, and now we're gonna I'm gonna put some paint on. So this first layer of paint is paint together with some micro balloons, so that's the fairing compound, the powder that you can use in epoxy and make a fairing compound. You can also use that in the epoxy paint that we're using, so you get a really thick coat of paint that you can sand easy with the torture board. We're not all the way done, so we're about halfway along the hull. The back half still needs to be fiberglass, but the weather has turned cold again, so we have to wait for the next warmer weather window to continue fiberglassing. So in the meantime, we can keep warm by torture boarding. But before we can do that, got to put on the paint. So we'll do that now.
Okay team, I'm not sure how much we've been filming lately, but we're making good progress on the port side. We have fiberglass quite a section now, begun fairing, applying our coats of paint and fairing that back with the torture board. I think most people here know what a torture board is, but you'll see that soon, how torturous it can be, and it's a board, so it's self-explanatory really. So yeah, we've done a couple of coats now on the hull of UC230, which is sort of a fairing paint, and now we're going to go over it with the torture boards, sand it, see how fair the hull is, and maybe probably apply more coats. So we've got our new diesel tanks here, 2 of them. They're plastic. One will be on the port side and one on the starboard side under the deck next to the cockpit here. Access was really hard from the top, so I've had to put these copper pipes in and bend them down so they actually do a U-turn and go down, so the pickup is on the bottom of the tank. And a sight glass. I chose a sight glass over a sensor or a reader just for simplicity, and if anything ever goes wrong I've got the valves here and I can just turn it off. So it's pretty simple. I've got a drain valve on the bottom of the tank here too, so we can drain the tank out. So yeah, that'll be able to drain out, and we can open the sight glasses easily so we can see what's going on and close them if we need to. There's a fill and a breather over here, which we still need the fittings for. We've got 3 takeoffs, well actually, fuel to main engine, a return, and a diesel heater or diesel stove on each tank. So we've got 6 ports that we can take off or return from. So it's a bit tricky to get them in there and braced up, but maybe we'll try and throw this one down there now in place before we go home. That would be victory. I could probably take this one. Being plastic tanks, they're rather light and easy to manoeuvre below decks. They're still a little bit awkward to get down through the cockpit and hung properly with the hanging tabs you can see.
Oh
yeah, maybe you can loop that one through.
Well, that's what you said last time.
This isn't long enough. Yeah, something like that. Alright. Let's try and... Each tank is roughly 260 litres, so giving us over 500 litres worth of fuel capacity. We're hoping this will be plenty to keep us going at sea. Are you excited?
For diesel? Oh, I love diesel.
You love diesel?
Yeah.
Diesel's your favourite?
Yeah.
Burning diesel?
No, I love it. Just everything about it. No, it's very exciting.
Yeah, they look good.
It's pretty with the copper and the sight glass pink tube.
Yeah, that's a bizarre one. Special diesel tube.
Diesel tube. No, it's going to be good. Love how prominent the speakers are.
Yeah, so start battery is in. This is very premature. We're probably a year and a half away from needing this battery, but it's a lot easier to set this up, install it, cut cables, crimp, do all this sort of stuff while the cockpit's open. And I really want to shut the cockpit because it keeps filling up with sawdust down here and getting dirty. So amongst other things, I've run engine ventilation, exhaust, it's the water lock, the fuel systems are all back here, I'll show you later. And finally, I'm putting the start battery in, so that can sit here for future. I've got a on-off switch here. So I'll show you from the other side, but on-off switch. And I'm just getting these batteries terminals on and making sure it's all good to go.
So how long have you been in this hole, Matt, roughly? Can you make an estimate on hours?
Hours. I don't know, 2 weeks? Maybe more? Like this, or like this.
Or the
other way. I've been
bent over the other way.
You can't see, but I've made all the fuel systems here, and to do that I was bending forward the whole time, so my hamstrings have got a good
stretch.
workout.
Yeah, to clarify, Matt's not been working 2 weeks on just the starter battery. He's done
No,
heaps
not
more.
this. No, that's
I'll show you.
all the systems for the engine. I've got a little hole here where I can just stand up. And now I'm just getting the battery circuits set up.
So among other things, Matt's installed the diesel tanks, and for that we have these two beautiful diesel fillers
Oh,
either side. They are already connected to the diesel tanks, and a engine ventilation will exit here. We're choosing between these three mushroom vents. Show you down below.
in now. Becoming a part of the.
You live there now.
Yeah.
Diesel tank, diesel inlet.
This one is covered in. There's the battery cables. A massive thanks to everyone watching and supporting our project. We really appreciate it. To support the build of Tarkine and the production of these videos, you can find us on Patreon. Thank you.